Okay, this is one I've kind of had on the docket for a while. It's kind of a unique one. Of course, it's V from Vendetta, or 5 from V from Vendetta, depending on how you want to look at it, versus Batman. Probably think this is kind of a unique time to do one of these, because I normally do them on the weekends. But it is, of course, November 4th, and November 5th, of course, ties very well with V for Vendetta. So as always, I do these fights through 9 criteria: intelligence, findability, strength, speed, durability, invulnerability, energy projection, versatility, and X factor. We'll go first with intelligence. While the tremendous amount of cultural background, tremendous amount of intellectual background, computer hacking skills, lots of stealthiness to him, you're a really great student of the game, I have to compare that with arguably one of the best tacticians as well as the best detectives. Tremendous amount of cultural background, as well as just a real top-notch intellect. So, for intelligence, I have to give Batman definitely the edge. Findability. You know, I look at V more kind of like a ninja style, where he's not doing a lot of fisticuffs. He's very much someone who wants to try to get in, get what he needs done, and get out. Where Batman does a much better job when it comes to overall physical fighting. He's got a tremendous amount of training background. He's someone who's done a lot of fighting. A lot more cerebral as well as physical sort of character. Strength. You look at peak human versus bottom level of superhuman. The work that was done on, well, essentially Patient 5, the different things that were injected into him essentially gave him heightened strength, as well as heightened reflex, gave him speed, and a ridiculous level for pain tolerance. Someone gave him the edge in durability as well. That injection pretty much made him a superhuman. And depending if I like it from the movie aspect, when I show him removing any part of clothing, he's pretty much covered in scars and burns. And his pain tolerance was huge in the comics. He actually escaped essentially a burning building, and has pretty much third-degree burns all over his body, from what we can assume, because we really don't see a lot of him. Invulnerability. You know, V, very much basic sort of body armor, versus some of the best body armor you can absolutely afford in what Batman's running around with. Energy projection. This is how much sort of raw damage can they do? So we're going to roll that up. I'm actually going to give the edge in this one to V. V, much more skilled at explosives, and is somewhat okay with collateral damage, provided he can get his point across. Versatility. You know, what sort of other things are they bringing to the table? And this one's Batman. Again, I look at these two guys as kind of dropped off the middle of nowhere, just their normal walking around gear. So, while V is going to have his knives, his explosives, you're going to look at Batman with the utility of certain batarangs, smoke bombs, flash grenades. Batman's going to walk in with a small arsenal strapped to him. Now it comes down to X Factor. What is that one thing that I haven't quite put together in all the surrounding pieces? I'm actually going to give the edge in this one to V. You're probably thinking, boy, why in the world do I think that V has an edge when it comes to the overall X Factor? A lot of that has to do with V is portrayed as someone who is very driven and is entirely willing to kill and to die. That's an individual who, he's not the person trying to become the symbol, he is the symbol. In a fight against someone like V, let's be honest, he's probably going to have something strapped to himself to make himself his own martyr throughout that fight. And he's willing to take it that one step a little bit farther than where you're going to see Batman take it. Batman will come up to the line and he won't cross it. V will cross it. And with the pain tolerance V has, Batman's pretty much going to almost beat him to death. And that's something that Batman is just not going to do. will try to knock him unconscious, but there's such a pain tolerance and such an abuse that V is naturally taken, he's going to have to essentially kill him to defeat him. And Batman will not do that. That is his code. V does not have that. Which will, in some ways, actually end up giving V an advantage. As this fight gets a little bit farther along, yeah, he's going to take a beating, but he's gonna almost essentially force Batman to make that moral judgment to break his code in order to defeat him.